October 50 baby. Adrian, what did you do with Michael? Who is Adrian? I went through both of their Facebooks looking to see if there was an Adrian somewheres on their Facebook, and I can't find one. I don't know who he is, but Sarah said that God told her, hey, T by me, that God told her that someone hurt Michael and he was in the backyard. Then she said that that Adrian hurt Michael and was afraid and went to Stacy, and Stacy put him in the shed. So I don't know which one it is, Sarah. Did Stacy tell you or did God tell you? My bet is Stacy told you. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Did God tell her or did Stacy tell her? And if you're innocent and you know nothing about it, then how did God tell you? Since you're so Christian now, you didn't become Christian until after. You didn't start publicly posting stuff about God and the church and the Bible until after this happened. You posted nothing of the sort before. Do you think if you repent, God will forgive you? Do you really think that you will be okay because you say you're sorry and God will forgive you? I don't. This isn't going to be a long live because no one's commenting to say what they think. Is I'm just going to tell you what, in my opinion, what I think allegedly happened. I think Adrian was a roommate. And I think Adrian was a taxi driver for them. And I think maybe he was hit by their vehicle and didn't want to get caught and figured that this was a way to not get caught. I just don't know how long he was really out there for by himself for this to happen. I don't know. T by me, what do you think about this? What you know so far? Yes, I said, in my opinion, allegedly, this is from what I have heard and seen about the case. Hey, Jimmy from the Bayou, it's good to see you, hon. October 50, baby, what do you think? Why? Because they haven't informed us of anything, October 50, baby? Because I think that they're doing a fantastic job, and I don't think that they didn't say anything. I don't think that they would start searching for a body in someone's backyard and pull up their whole backyard and didn't say anything to the parents. I think they were. In my opinion, allegedly, I believe that they were. And she's so hurt and in such pain that her fear, her anger, her hopelessness had to be focused on something. That's what I think. October 50 baby, I honestly do think that. And I feel everything. Hey, Crystal, I feel everything in me right now for Brandy, of course, for what she's going through. Oh, late last night. Do you have any questions, T by me? No, Jimmy from the Bayou. I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't watch any of them. Do y'all hear Penelope snoring? Do you have any questions about it, T by me? I just need I just want to find out who this Adrian is. Is it a kid? Is it an adult? Crystal, how are you, honey? Well, Sarah was arrested and arraigned yesterday with a $500,000 bond, and her charge was failure to report the death of Michael Vaughn um, to law enforcement and coroner, and trying to not let it be found. I forgot the exact words. Sure, I see you. You think so? You think that? Let's see. So, do you believe? Sure, I see you. Do you believe that? Yeah, right. October 50. I know when we were kids, they had that little thing, the little, I don't know, card thing or whatever, like in case your kid goes missing. But in this instance, do you think he was kidnapped, or do you think it was an accident? Oh. So do you think that the person that they could be covering up for was actually a roommate? And because I know that, well, I heard that they had roommates at the house, and they did have a taxi service, and that's why I can't get that out of my head. We'll find out, I guess, but of course, I also heard allegedly that they got the information from a jail phone call that Stacy had. So I don't know why they would say they got it from inside the house and they had roommates. Maybe that, and then some people are like, why did they wait a year? Maybe it took a year to eat them up. You're welcome, honey. Okay, so October 50 baby, what happens if Michael is not in the property? So I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that person, depending on what the tip was, should be charged. Obviously, if they have to pay back to fix the yard, that won't happen. Crystal is my Discord buddy. If she thinks she can get away with God told her, does she think that she'll be able to say she's insane and maybe go to a mental hospital instead of prison? Do you think that whoever hurt Michael should be given the death penalty since it's available in Idaho, or life in prison? I've always believed that if you take a life, your life should be taken, period. Period. I don't care. Like some other, I've heard on other channels, an eye for an eye. October 50, baby. You know what I noticed when I was going through their Facebooks this morning? That all the TikTok videos on both of their Facebooks are gone. They're not on their Facebooks anymore. Does that mean their TikTok is not available anymore? Because I was seeing them yesterday or whatever. I do definitely believe that law enforcement knows more than we do, for sure. Just like in the Quentin Simon case. And I think that they're not releasing it to hinder the investigation. Because JLR did interview Mr. Starkey, the neighbor. But I didn't know they had roommates. And so that makes, I feel like it puts everything into perspective. Like maybe that too. Maybe like if there were new roommates or something and maybe just found out about it, but I don't know. But the Starkeys aren't in jail like some people are saying because JLR just interviewed him on the phone. Yep. But does anyone know if there's a press conference coming up? Have we heard anything from law enforcement about the arrest other than her arraignment video? Because I haven't seen anything. Penelope is really snoring loud. Do you think that they will do some type of announcement? I don't, because then they'll have to explain more with the questions from the reporters. See, we don't know if the parents support Sarah or not. $500,000 bond, somebody's going to have to come with $50,000 to bail her out, plus fees. I don't know if they'll take property or not to put up. So I don't know. That's a lot of money. But they have got to have some kind of evidence that proves for her to be held with a $500,000 bond and a hefty felony that carries up to 10 years in prison and a $50,000 fine. That's what the penalty is for the charge she is facing. Everybody has to be arraigned. Everybody has to go in front of the judge when they get arrested, whether they have no bond, whether they have $1 million bond or a $200 bond. Everyone has to go in front of the judge. It's just part of the legal process that they have to go through. It's just that they go under oath and make sure they understand the charges that they are being charged with and given a bond if they're giving one. Well, yeah, a judge has to sign a warrant for them to be able to dig up that backyard. Sorry, excuse me. That's a lot. That's expensive to dig up. I don't know how big or how small the yard is um in measurements, but yeah, it's pretty expensive to rent one of those heavy equipment machines, much less the labor. And you gotta think, are these employees of the sheriff's office that is digging up with these machines? No, probably not, because they have to be certified to run the machine. So that's somebody else they're paying for that. So this is a very expensive, lengthy process. And that's why I think if they were given the wrong tip and of his location, um, poor Crystal, she's always on the go. Her, um, if he's not in that backyard and they were given the tip of the wrong location, then I think the person that told them they were in that backyard needs to be charged with something. Hold on, guys. That's my dad calling me. I'm sorry.